Buenos dias, Madame Lisa Astorga is here with me, my dear friend, sister, chef, entrepreneur that I love so much, mother, wife, an incredible woman that I love and respect so much. She's been in my heart since the minute I met her. We met in the book of something.
And the Valley of Vila.
In the Valley of Vila. I don't know why I always put a book in it. And and my husband came home and he goes, I met the most amazing Chilean girl. You're gonna love her. I gave her your number. You guys gotta get together. You were cooking for Tommy Lee Jones, right? You were
Yes.
private chef. So many years we've been friends. We've been friends. We grab each other by the hair. We have done it all. What good friends
Everything.
and sisters.
And
Yeah.
and most of it is laughter, which is very important.
Oh my God, do we laugh? We laugh. It's beautiful because the fact is that I know a lot of people, but I don't really, spend much time with them, and especially speaking my Castilian, because we speak our Castilian, where other people have different ways to say things, and I don't relate. But with you, we crack up. Now, Lisa, tell me a little bit. Were you born? Where you grew up? What were your passions?
I was born in Houston, and my parents, well, father had a business in Chile, import and exports of cars. So that's why my mom made a decision of moving over there, which I think was the best thing ever that she could have done because we learn a different culture, different language, people, and not to brag, but I love Chile. I think I've been traveling a lot, but it's the most beautiful countries ever. Um, and yeah, but then I moved back to the States, started culinary school. Then for things of the world, I ended up working for Tommy Lee Jones. And that's where I met you.
Yeah. Now, why culinary? Why not something else, right?
Oh, because that's me. I love the passion of um, food and flavors. That's me. I don't know. I don't think I could ever done anything different. Even if I think about it, nope. That's me. I can't. Even I try to think maybe I would have done this. I would no. It was just inside me. So
What was the drive to that? Because we can have that passion for something, and I know when I paint
mhm.
that I get transported to like another world. Most of
Same.
the time, Mama, I don't even realize what I make until it's done.
Right. Same. Since my grandmother, she always cooked, and so that's what I was helping her. I always like. She was always making dough, empanadas, so all those smells of like what we call comida casera is like a uh,
Mhm.
how do you call that?
Home cooking.
Home cooking, but the smell, the flavors, everything together. It's
Yeah.
always something with my grandma. So since I'm little, I have that in my. When you go in a bakery and you smell like that's like you said, je ne sais quoi, or what it is, but it's so important. When you go to a restaurant, you have that feeling, or when you go a place where they sell empanadas, you can smell it. Just all that. I think it turns something on in your brain.
You know, it's interesting that you said that because Lisa has worked with us and we're so grateful in our catering company. We have for film and TV called Real Chef Catering, and she have come and helped us out. You know, food connects your endorphins, your heart, your entire being to something. And that's why I tell my husband all the time, this is the only connection that the crews have to home. The smells, like you're saying, the grandmother's pie, the cinnamon that, wakes up something in your brain to comfort, to make you feel safe. Chileans, we are very much into gatherings and community. We
Yes.
love community. So all the gatherings are done with food. Like pretty much Italy, France in some way. And by the way, you're married to a Frenchman, amazing chef. And you guys have that synergy together to be able to bring these two cultures, right? Of
Yes.
and being able to know how we nourish ourselves and others, the respect that you have for your vegetables, for whatever you serve, right? Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. The connection again. Then again, the connection when it comes to food, and the respect you have for it, and the respect that you're gonna serve it to somebody. It's a it's a type of art, just like when you paint. Same thing. You showed me earlier that beautiful bird. I mean, that's an inspiration that you have, and how beautiful and all the colors. Same thing. It's just exactly the same thing because of how gorgeous it is, that bird that in a plate, just beautiful. Um, and all the connection that you have in your mind to create the same. I will apply that to when I serve a meal, or when I have a pan, or you make beet and goat cheesecake, how to make it pretty because you eat with your eyes, right?
right. That's what people don't realize. We eat with our eyes. And that is a little concern. I've been in college studying clinical hypnotherapy, and we are in weight gain, and we are in bulimia, we are in anorexia, we are in all that right now, and how much exposure,
Mhm.
especially children, my goodness, to this amount of food everywhere. That is, I grew up, I never, ever, never, ever, well, I grew up in the beginning, Amazon and all that, so it was nothing there. But even when I came back down at 13, I never saw a soda in my house. I never saw packaged food in my house or canned food. We used to do it all the time that but we can in glass. For the winter, you go to all the markets because we have fresh food there. All the
Mhm.
markets, you go every day, you can get every kind of thing. You have food delivered to your home with the
Right.
little carriage on horses, right? The milk guy will make a whistle. The other, the gas, the propane,
Paper
another
pain.
sound. Right. The cheese and bread and another sound. So I didn't really have the connection or the connection to snacking.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. And your cooking is very much in the health side of things. You always know the combinations. What inspired you to do that?
Um, I think that's the eating part of the nutrition part. You have taught me a lot too, because if I don't know who I call, Isabel. So it's nutrition wise, what is good for your blood, if you have a high blood pressure, if you have how to adjust. And I think I the older I am, I'm better in that way, not overly uh sometimes when you eat so much of a one thing, sometimes it's too much, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't know where in your body, you can't read it, but you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to cook. I mean, nutritious thing, because I have my son, of course, and it's part of the tradition that we do. But being a mom, and being nutrition is for ourselves.
Yeah.
So
Chile is very much oriented to with fresh foods.
Yes,
You
very
cut
much
it, you
so.
eat it, you pick it, you eat it, and you grew up in the south of Chile, right? And you went through some hard times. I would love you to share how you have survived so many things, with your mom growing up, with the schools, with this, with that, with food scarcity, and how you decided to make it anyway.
Um, I I'm very mental or driven because I wake up with the same thought, and I challenge myself, not with anybody, just me. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I might fail, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So that's kind of like, and because of growing up, I changed different schools. I had to make new friends. I had to, and that's very difficult for you know a 8 year old's year old girl, or even 10, just changing different school, different people, different atmosphere, different house. So that part was difficult, but that didn't mean that I didn't put all those difficulties and put it in positive, saying there's a reason for this. Let's get the best out of it. And I always learned that. My mom always encouraged me, make the best out of what you're doing right now, even though it's not the best.
Right, the challenge into
The,
opportunity.
the challenge into opportunities,
Because you do that
and
all
I'm
the
still
time.
doing it.
Yeah, you do it all the time. We did it this morning when the whole system wasn't working and we made it work. You and
Right?
I, we are totally like getting back up. We took a few breaths. We were like, you know what, we're going to make this work. And you and I, we're very similar in that matter. When I came in, to the States, and I spoke a very different English, and I thought it was really good. Right, and I went in the South where I was like, oh, I wonder what they're saying, because I didn't. I ended up teaching school and not speak English really.
Not speak English.
Not that I speak English very well right now, but I give it a go. I'm on it. So, what is your favorite thing to do with food? What is the? Yeah, I know you can cook and make anything, but what is your favorite thing to do?
um, I love soups.
We are
I
soup
love soup.
country. We are a soup country. We
I
eat
love
soup every day, no matter what.
exactly. So I love making consomme, making all the good stuff. I think that's soothes my soul, and all the veggies, all the good stuff. I mean, that's something that is. I'm always being driven by that. Like, it doesn't matter. I could cook whatever, but to make a good soup and a good consomme to me is precious.
Right? Yeah, and thank God because the French love both.
Right.
So then Damien too can,
I
yeah, I
can
know.
cook better soup though.
Yeah, yeah. Now, can you tell me more about your family? Because I know you have brothers. And that, how did that work out that you all went in different ways? They support you, or they made things a little tougher that you became that much stronger too, no?
Yeah, well, um, having four brothers and I was the youngest one. Imagine, that was the one to get picked on. I was the one. So I mean, when you're kids, they always pick on the youngest one or the. I got the good and the bad. Um, the good is that they're always being very protective of me. Um, but on the other hand, they are allowed to pick on me whatever they want, even until this day. So, and it's good. It was a good experience. I didn't have to share my clothes. Number one was good.
That's really good. I know. My God, my sister and my daughter, forget it. Bye bye. Oh,
It's mine. Yeah.
right. I was born first, so I would not get handouts, which is fine.
Right. Not stealing my makeup. We're not.
Yeah, the
We're not.
makeup.
They were not taking my, my, what do you call the chapes or the little bows? No, none of that. It's all mine. So that is a plus for me.
This is a plus for you. Yeah. And you had two more restaurants or one more restaurant that you closed?
Well, I actually I closed. My other restaurant called Bite. It was a teeny tiny place with only 12 tables, with a lot of charisma and good food, and a lot of people miss it. And sometimes I think about doing it again, but I don't know. It's a lot of work, but
It's a
I
lot of
enjoyed
work.
doing it for 10 years, and I closed it actually. Uh, it was what, maybe, yeah, it was a month before pandemic.
Right, that's right. Yeah, you guys had three before? It was
Eight.
eight. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Because
So
it's a lot. It's 7 days a week.
yeah.
It's 7 days a week. And what kind of, because we all have a hero that we follow or somebody that we learn from or that we look up to. I have a few when it comes to all the stuff that I do. What was yours?
Um,
Who did you feel like, wow, I look up to this? It's an amazing chef, or I love the kind of, the modality that these people use or whatnot.
I um I admire my husband for the tendency that he had to continue his dream and love what he do. Um, and it's the same passion that we share. Of course, the same problems, restaurant problems, but I do, because it takes a lot of, what we
Yeah,
call it, course.
yeah.
But the industry, everybody that has the talent, which um, I um, I did my internship for a couple of weeks at Daniel Valur in Palm Beach. I really like him. He's such a nice guy. Eric Rippert, um, and I just, like Ina Garden, love her, love her. I love her essence. And when she cooks, you can tell that she cooks with so much passion. I love it. And yeah, and
Because you had input too from the French laundry place and a few great places, that they were a big inspiration to you that you really love. I remember when
mhm.
these people come through the restaurants and you guys work together, and you always have strive for excellency. I know that.
Yeah, we had a chef that worked at the French Laundry. So looking at him also, how he performed cooking, I mean, it's a wow. And we've been lucky to actually bump into people that actually they're so much higher the level of cooking, that it's like a teaching
Right.
experience, that I like to be, not because I know how to do it doesn't mean that another person has another technique, which I think is wonderful, is their appreciation. And I'm like, and I mean, I wish I would have that more often. But sometimes when we share the kitchen to do wine dinners, we invite other chefs to do that with us. And it's good because it happens to be work, but it happens to be a fun job that is a community of, okay,
Mm.
let's make the menu. So we didn't do the foie gras with this, with that. So it's an explosion of ideas and flavors and fun.
Collaboration.
Collaboration, yes.
Yeah, and you're actually really good at that. Very, very, very good at that. So I know a lot of chefs, they get together and they do
Yeah,
events here in Santa Fe. They do the one in Chile fiestas, all the big
yeah.
chefs come together and they share pairing, which is, to me, a wipeout. Because if I taste one wine, I have no clue what the second one. I don't know how you guys do that because I know you can find those notes, and Steve and your husband. I either like it or don't. So if the notes are not something I like on that one, I'm like,
I'll keep it.
I'm gonna put it down or put it in the glass of water in front of me because hopefully they don't come and refill it.
Right?
Yeah, because that have happened. We're like, oh, you ran
To all,
out. I'm like,
to the best of us.
right, they're the best of, yeah. Now, the thing I was going to ask you too, because you guys know a lot about the wines and you do wine tasting, you do all these different, you do weddings there, you do, what are the events that you cater about? Because I know you, I've seen you many times go out and cater either personally or bring food. What kind of events you do?
Um, well, we do all kinds of events. Not much of weddings, but um, like private dinners. And the last one that I did, it was so fascinating. This lady, um, out of the blue, asked me if I can go and help her because she had all the ingredients and stuff. So I said, sure. Well, she had a theme about. And I wish I had the book with me here, but it was so nice. It was a book of a poem. So in each, there were 10 people, and she had 10 books from. I mean, not old book. And all she took all her china, all her beautiful stuff, all the antiques, you name it, the beautiful table. And I was just fascinated about the creative part that she had. And then while at dinner, they were opening the books and each one had to read a poem, and some of them they're very funny, so it was I mean, I think this, for me, from my experience, I think it was so enjoyable to cater that because I learned so much even from that book, and the theme, and also went together with the food that I was cooking. So it was just fascinating. I said I need to make those more often.
Yeah, I think so because you know what? It gives mindfulness to the meal.
Yeah.
It gives it a meaning instead of just eating.
Right, right, because it has a year, and it has a time of what was served in those years and how it was prepared, or even if it's just the most simple stuff, and how it was served, and like in a cup of something, I don't know, something that it has, or in the spoon, or the spoon that they eat with. So I really enjoyed it. I think I have pictures I'll share with you, but man, I
Yeah.
just loved it. It's just fascinating. Oh, and and each chair had a English, like a shawl, and so each person had it in the chair just in case they get cold. So I mean, seriously, it's one of the most beautiful experience that I've done with 10 people that I don't know.
I actually seen that a few restaurants here, the Tea House in Canyon Road, 10,000 Waves, a few restaurants that, oh, also I thought of you yesterday because I went to Santa Cafe. We
Oh,
went there with the baby. Yeah, they have the little blankets, for when you get, oh, it's so yummy,
mhm.
It's so yummy. When we grew up, when I was in my house, well, my father was a diplomat, so my sister and I, we couldn't really be on the table when it was diplomats because
Yeah.
kids can hear stuff and repeat it without even, you
Oh,
know,
yes.
knowing the meaning and get the whole thing a mess. But it was always a conversation. It
Hmm.
was always a unity. It was always the times that we share what, what we've been doing, how we've seen things, our experiences. Definitely was no phone
Oh no.
involved. Definitely the child didn't have an iPad on it.
Right.
No, no. We didn't sing at the table. We didn't, we were present. We
Right.
were very present. And yes, I experienced, that culture where the agua manil, that you rinse your hands, is not a consommé. No.
No.
Because I did this in the house when I first moved into the States, and people very politely will drink this water with lemon. Well, what a weird meal, right? What a weird meal. Also, you know how to use the utensils. What
Right.
was the salad fork? What is the meal fork? Which side does it go? What is the dessert fork? Over there too, and there in front, the different glasses for water, for the white wine, for the red wine.
Yeah.
In my house, my mom was really. We had tea. We really didn't drink coffee, but that's just something you do or you don't. It's not
Hmm.
like, uh, you know. I don't know now, but it was kind of like a ceremony, and we had tea in the afternoon, and I thought that's what it was in England when I lived there, but they call it tea time, but it's actually like a nice snack, porridge, not the tea that we are used to. They have scones and biscuits and whatever. But we did that, didn't we? We did that. We all got together. The Sundays usually was empanada time or pastel de choclo or
Mm.
humitas, or
My God.
ceviches and all that we did. But it was a thing, and we didn't rush through the food. We ate very consciously,
Yes.
very consciously,
That-
sharing.
yeah.
And that was the time to get together. We look forward, right?
Yes. That and like I said, in Chile, because we have so much variety of ingredients. Uh, the seafood, for instance, you just, I mean, we have so much. We even have the empanada, seafood empanada. Oh my God.
I-
So I'm salivating.
Right, the cheese ones that you put a little sugar and stuff. We make them different than most people, but that celebration of the food.
Celebration and celebrate also being around your friends or family. But the
Like,
flavors and food and all that, it's well,
right?
I grew up with that, so very important.
I miss it. I miss
Me too.
the gathering. I miss I miss that meaning of the food, like you said, with the ladies doing the poems and doing the blind. That's gonna last them for ages, till the end of life. That
Yes.
gathering, that sharing, somebody makes something and bring it, or we all cook together, the parrilladas, getting
Oh,
all, yeah, the big, all the curantos in the south.
oh my God.
Why don't you explain, Lucy, what a curanto is?
Oh well, in the south of Chile, um, they they used to cook. I mean, they do sometimes that in Hawaii, but differently, with the banana leaves, and they cook it under in the ground. But in Chile, they make holes, big holes, um, and they make it. They put all kinds of layers of from seafood, meats, and it's a method of cooking. And boy, and they put out not a little wine, a lot of wine on top of it, and it cooks off. Oh my goodness! It's called Curanto. Boy, and when you say I'm making a Curanto, I don't think there's anybody that's not going to show up to your house because it's a tradition. It's a family. It's like it's a one meal for everybody. You know, if you don't eat, for instance, pork or you don't eat meat, that's okay because there's the seafood and there's some one of the layers. You know, and oh my God, it's a in especially in the south of Chile. My mom, being a gringa, she would oh my gosh, she would go to the south just to get one of those with the the Indian people make it. Oh, it's so fantastic, and they use the vino en caja, the wine box of wine, because it's the cheap. But I mean, oh, the trica, which is like a so they pour everything and then just the aroma, and it takes like what 3 or 4 hours cooking. But boy, it's one of the most amazing flavors.
Yeah. And the thing is that you can get the seafood right out of the ocean right there.
Yes.
You get it out of the boats, all in the south. I remember everything. The poor animal that they decided to, they will, right, they will do that animal there too. It's a big deal. It's a collaboration. And to be honest with you, it's such a primitive but incredible way to connect with food, the values, what parts of things you're eating, how to condiment things, what to connect with. And in Peru, where I grew up in the mountains, also they heat up the rocks,
Mhm.
and they will put the food, but basically they cooked it for the day.
Right. They do, yeah. And also, one of the things that I experienced, and I never seen that, and I think it's fantastic, they do with the ashes of when they cook, um, with they waited until the the flames went to complete almost ashes, and they make the bread, pan amasado.
Right. They make
I
the
don't think
bread.
I don't think I ever, I don't care what French baguettes or French people do with this bread. It's just
Yeah.
insanely so good. And normally the people, they were the really, unfortunate, less fortunate people in Chile. They didn't have anything to cook. They didn't have, so everything is a leña, logs. So and that's what that tastes one of the best breads ever. And they put the dough in between the ashes and they leave it there. I never said how they cook that. And there you go. Within a couple of minutes, you had a nice crusty, and they have to take the first layer of the kind of the burn the ash. Man, oh my goodness! And with the butter, I'm salivating.
Delicious, yeah. And you know that Native Americans, they do that in the kivas here too. They cook their flatbread. They,
Yes.
yeah, their flatbread that, because it's smoky, it has this, and imagine with all the ashes, all the minerals and all that,
Hmm.
it's pretty incredible.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, our
Right.
culture is pretty, and if you are friends, please subscribe and like. It means everything to the channel so that we can keep going. And I always forget to say it. And our tech is like, hello, don't forget to say, because the more people that like, subscribe, the better the channel does. Google help us out big time. Yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, that together. I miss that. I miss the togetherness. And in Chile, you close for 2 hours. You go to lunch. You go to
You could
lunch.
take a siesta.
You take your time, and in 2 hours you come back. But it's not a go, 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 run, run, run. And
Hmm.
it's very ceremonial, growing like that. Yeah, and growing up with natives in the beginning of my life is super important to me, that closeness.
right?
that, yeah, yeah, not just to eat and run or eat walking. I see people eating full meals when they're driving.
Right.
No connection to the food.
Yeah. And one of the things that, you know, I don't mind eating by myself because I was in the run all the time by myself before. And I appreciate, like, I support local businesses and owners that they have to do the same thing that I do. They cook and they take care of it. They have little places. And I like to go and I sit by, that little table and they serve me and they always, and the guy cook, oh, would you like, I can make you something. I know you're gonna like this. So I just, for me, is I enjoy it. I sit down with happiness because I know the people and I'm supporting and the interact of and they're not even chefs. They just like to cook and they open the little, we call it changarrito, and they they open the little spot and those have charisma and they have
Yeah,
beauty, beauty,
a
beauty.
lot of soul, a
Yes.
lot of care, and a lot of love. Mama, would you share with us the businesses that you support, the charities, better said, the charities that
Oh,
you support?
well, charities. Well, the St. Jude, um,
Mm,
one of the, but I've been doing that for 13 years.
yeah.
The um, we always when they do how do you call it? Galas. So it's always uh, a table for 10, a bistro 9. So it goes for like $20,000. That's money for the charity. So that's I've been doing this since I've been in San Antonio. Um, for the Heart Association, for you name it, St.
You
Jude's,
do children though. You
children.
the
Yes.
school materials. You support a lot of things.
Yep.
That you guys cater, or you part of helping and cooking, whatever it is. You have some names so people can, maybe we put the links and they can contribute to that. You can send me a lot of the links and
I will send you because I have some of them in my head, but I'll send you the link because there's one that I don't remember right now that um they auction us, Damien and I, for cooking. I mean, and they were betting like, oh, this 9,000, 10,000. Well, between both of us, we did like $50,000 just by. I have the two chefs. I said, well, I want Damien, no, I want Lisa. Okay, well, the two together. We had another dinner. So those are good, like, $100,000 over the half a year, and for different. I mean, it's a lot of money that we contribute to good cause uh, charities
yeah.
and
I,
nonprofits,
I want you,
animals,
I
animals.
want, yeah. I would like for you, because I know your heart.
SNPSA is SNPSA is one of like no kill shelters,
Yeah.
and that I even do. And I don't run, but I do at the 5K. I always sign up and I'll just walk fast.
But
But
you
it's a
just
5K.
rescuing all the time. You're rescue, yeah, so do I, yeah. She stopped in the middle of the freeway to get it, yeah. And she did, and she got it. And she's got a dog that is the size of the Bistro 9, and she loves her. She's lovely. What can you leave people with, being the fact that people right now are so confused and don't know what to do. A lot of things have closed. So much has changed. I basically love the challenge because I see it as an opportunity to grow. But what can you tell them to do? How do you get there when you don't know what you need to do, or when you're super scared of, oh, you know what? No, maybe not. I never tried that. I don't know. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And blah, blah, blah.
I always said this, and my friends know me because every time I said, do one thing every day that scares you, because that's the only way you're going to empower yourself to do something that it's not comfortable, but it's challenging. And I think that's very important for for me, and to encourage my friends. And sometimes they're frustrated because, or they're nervous because of something. So just like, okay, take a deep breath and say, do one thing every day that scares you. Just push through it, push yourself to it,
Yeah.
and everything. It is part of the daily life, but it's good to have it in your mind, even though if you're not doing anything, or bored because it's Sunday, there's nothing to do, have nobody to go to eat with. Do one thing every day that scares you. I don't know, whatever it is. Pick up a random book. Boring. No, do something fun. Just go play tennis or do little things. Or I'm gonna cook something. Something. I think it's a good thing for the soul.
Right.
And when things don't happen the way you want it, it's a reason, but push yourself every day. Do one thing every day that scares you.
Right. And I learned something from Tony Robbins, of course. He said something really interesting yesterday. He said, um, challenge and failure is not the enemy of success. It's part.
Exactly.
It's part of it. It's part of it.
Yep.
So one tiny little bit that we conquer at a time, little steps can get you through a very long journey. Look at the little ants. I watch them all the time. They grab one at a time and they do thousands of trips. And they build these huge, huge homes for themselves and their
Empires.
community. Yeah, and their community. The thing is that I think lacking community affects that part too.
Yes.
When we think that we're alone, when we think that, we have to do it all, that we have to compare ourselves to, oh, the social media person or the new TV show or whatever, uh, the community and the valor to do it, the
Hmm.
guerrillera to do it, the being able
Power.
to get that inner power to do it,
Mhm.
it gets split in many places. But when you just take that step like the way you do, you always take that step, Lisa. You always go, this is what I'm doing and I'm going to do it. And I have seen you fall and get up so many times, but you got back up that much stronger, that much better, that much beautiful inside out, that much more resource to share with others. I've seen that from you. You have had a lot of challenges.
And that's what the challenge don't scare me.
I know.
Uh, because actually they invite me to continue and to share and to help some friends that are older than me, younger than me, with more problems than me. And those are good things to have, because it doesn't take much, you know,
Hmm.
to empower somebody or to appreciate them and tell them something positive. The positive energy, it bounces back to you.
Hmm.
And that's what I do it constantly, because it's a good feeling that I like to give, and I always get it back in many ways. It doesn't have to be in in,
Right.
in different spaces and different people and different situations. I
Mm.
always get it back, the positivity.
Yeah. And you have, which I recommend to everybody, to have passions outside our work. Because I work and I live with my husband, and we always together. But it's good to have something that is different, something that he has and you have, which is playing polo. Because you play polo and you are with the horses, you know, and you
That's
love
true.
the horses and they love you. So to have something that feeds the soul.
That actually, I played polo yesterday in an exhibition, and it's been a while that I got divorced, and she was something else. She was like rubbing me and just pushing me and like, I miss you. I haven't seen you in a week. And I'm like, man. But and then we played so good, we won. Um, we played so good, we won. Um,
Fantastic.
and it was, and a lot of my friends were there, and um then when we finished, we went to around the people and the tables, and the kids were coming and touching the horses, and they were so sweet and gentle, and they were I this little girl at like 3 years old, she was coming trying to, so I grabbed her and she fed the horse. It was just so magical, and that's they give you so much peace and
Yeah.
power. They're these huge animals, but they're so gentle and so that's what
Uh,
they do, equine therapy, which I've been learning a lot.
Yeah, and you're good at it, and you love them, and you help them, and you dedicate a lot of time. And I'm so grateful for you to be here with me. You have been a really supportive many times. We both have gone through some pretty interesting. I love that when in the States, in the United States, they said interesting, because that
Interesting.
means they don't know what else to say. And interesting usually is not great. Interesting is something that people are still trying to figure out why it's so interesting,
Right.
right? Right.
And it's interesting because
It's because, I let you know when I find out, but more than
it's in
interesting,
here, but I don't know. I'm trying
it's
to figure it
somewhere,
out.
somewhere in there. But I love you dearly. You're my sister, my friend. I really appreciate your support because not everybody sticks with each other if it doesn't go their way, or
Right.
they make an assumption that you bad, or you are going to say something, or whatever their trip is, because most of the time when we see something in somebody else, it's exactly what we're going through.
Right.
So I take it very lightly, but no matter what, we always there for each other. We always have the Condorito laugh. We always have the Yayita laugh. We
Yeah.
crack up with all. I love you dearly. I
Me
love you.
too. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
pushing pushing me, because yeah, you're one of a kind as well, and very strong woman, and I love that in my life, because sometimes we all need that. We all need that one Isabel. But I'm gonna go see you soon.